Hello there, my name is Jeff, and I'm the founder of a nonprofit located in Austin, Texas, United States. We are called Pick with Austin. You can get to us at PickWithAustin.com and learn more about what we do to help young people who are at risk by providing music and free guitars and guitar and music related items to them as coping tools and to help them develop creativity. Today I would like to discuss with you a product that has arrived to us from China from a company, and I'm going to provide contact information for that company and highly recommend them, and I'll explain why as we go through this video. I'm going to review the product that they sent us. They actually made a donation of an entire case of guitar and microphone cables, which, I wasn't sure when they were arriving what kind of quality these would be. I have to say I'm extremely impressed. We'll go through them, we'll look at some, and I'll discuss what has given me this opinion. Before we do that, let me mention that as a personal guitar player, and I have been playing since around 1968, so we're going on 50 years of guitar playing, and I am an avid guitar collector. However, I'm kind of what they call a guitar snob. I only buy the best, and these cables have to really meet some high criteria for me to give them a high recommendation. I generally work with cables that cost upwards of $100 per cable. These cables that arrived from this company in China are nowhere near that price. They're extremely reasonable. As you can imagine, and you would say, well, it's something coming from China, it's going to be lower quality. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not true. And this is not a case of that. This is a case of some pretty good product that I think will actually help enhance your guitar sound, your microphone sound. I'm not sure what other products they produce, but we'll discuss these particular cables in more detail in a moment here. So this here is the case that arrived via FedEx international shipping, and as I mentioned, we are located in Austin, Texas, actually a suburb of Austin, but approximately the Austin area, which is the capital of Texas in the United States. And these are the cables. There's a variety of different types. There's my favorite type, which is a style that has braided wires, cloth braiding on the wires. They have what appear to be gold, and I'm not sure if it's actual gold plating, but gold connectors on these, and they're branded by the company that produces them. As you can see right here, they're called SpeakFriends, and we will provide contact information directly to them. Actually, here is their address of their facility out in China. So there's a large variety of cables here. There's XLR cables, which are a connection used for microphones, audio sound. Here is another guitar cable. This one is standard, but it has the spring on the connection that helps aid in not letting the cable get stress and wear. That is what eventually makes wires internally crack and messes up with your sound. These don't have the gold plating. These are kind of a chrome plated. So there's a variety of different things here. I haven't even looked at them all. The different configurations. This one is the side L shape, which is useful depending on what guitar, what amp you're using. We're going to pull a couple of these. I'm going to do some examples of the sound from them using, in this particular case, a Fender Deluxe reverb amp. This is a nice tube amp that I've been using lately. It's one of my favorites. Another of my favorites down there is my Rivera, and we will proceed with plugging something in and see how they sound. I have this rack on my wall here where I hang some of the cables that I use. Most of these are higher end cables. They're things like mostly name brand cables, such as this acoustic monster cable. I think I paid, I don't know, 100, maybe 125 US dollars for it. My guitars are everything from Gibsons to Taylors to American Guilds and Dean guitars, Santa Cruz, PRS, Nags, just a variety of the higher end guitars. And when I say higher end, the Gibsons are not just Gibsons, they're custom shop guitars. The PRSs are private stock, which means that they're, you know, definitely USA built, but built at a much higher standard than the ones you just buy off the shelf normally. So the reason that I'm expressing this particular thing is due to the fact that I want to express how important it is to me that something be of extremely high quality. That's why putting these cables through my little review is pretty important, because, as I said, I'm kind of a gear snob and name brands are important to me. Here's a nice 12-string Ovation that I haven't even really played yet. It's pretty nice instrument. I think what we're going to do is we're going to play a little bit with a classical guitar and then see how that sounds, and then we'll try a few other things and maybe something real exotic to give a whole different outlook. As I am taking this out of its packaging, I wanted to also mention, as you can see here, there's a Velcro retainer for when you roll the cable up. These are really nice. Most cables don't come with these. You have to buy them on your own if you want to use them. It has the SpeakFriends logo on it, which is pretty cool, and it's good marketing for them. So it's kind of hard to do this with one hand. Give me a moment. Okay, so we are going to first listen to this cable running through the Fender Deluxe reverb amp. I've got a Takamine, which is this is Japanese-made classical guitar, nylon string. I purchased this from my friends over at, from Jim over at Guitar Resurrection in Austin, Texas. Incredible boutique guitar store. Fantastic supporters of our charity as well. Gotten a lot of my really good stuff from Jim over there. He's the coolest cat there is. This guitar is a really nice one. So this is running through their cable. Cable works perfect. Looks cool. It's got a great, whatever you would refer to this as, the Velcro closure. Not only is it a piece of Velcro, but it's got this little metal, I don't know if it can be seen on the video, a little metal retainer. This is really cool. I didn't even realize these were on these. That's a little bonus, you know, maybe $1 extra item. The cables are inexpensive, and for a inexpensive cable, it feels good, it looks good, it's certainly performing. I mean, you know, what can a cable do? Why do people spend $100 and something for a cable? Audiophiles can sense sound qualities that other people sometimes don't. Maybe it's our imagination, who knows? I think it's a great cable. Let's move on to the next cable and maybe a little different guitar and something kind of weird and crazy. Okay, so we're going to switch over to a different kind of cable. I mean, it's a guitar cable with the standard plugs on it, but this one is more of a regular rubberized. Actually, it's very soft. It's kind of like rubber. You almost feel like you could drop this on the ground and it would start bouncing like one of those magical super balls. Got really strong looking connections on it. They look like something off of a really high-end cable. Of course, it's got that really cool retainer there that you can wrap your cable in. And you know, a lot of us guys that play and have studios or such, we hang them on the wall, so it's nice to have them cabled up, or we keep them in a box or whatever. It's nice to keep your stuff uncluttered, and that makes it really easy to do. When it comes from the factory, it's got a cable, you know, a little tie wrap on it. That's just initially to ship it to you, but once you are starting to use your cable, you're done, you wrap it up, you put it with that thing. Why am I doing this video review? I'm doing this video review for a couple of reasons. One, I'm impressed with the product. Two, the company donated these to us. I don't know what it cost them to ship these here. It wasn't cheap. They didn't have to do this. They didn't do it because they wanted anything out of us. But they were interested in seeing if we had a review. We agreed to make a little video and do a review, and they can use this video, and we'll use it to continue promoting what we do. This, by the way, this is not the guitars that are part of the organization. These are my personal collection. This is actually my son's bedroom that used to be his bedroom before he passed away, and some of these are his guitars, and then I've just built on that with guitars over the years since then. So I'm going to plug this one in. I'm going to get out a really crazy instrument that is one of my favorites, and it might be yours too once you hear it. So again, hang on one moment. Okay, we have got here a very interesting instrument that most people are not even going to know what the heck it is. But you see the headstock. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. I just want to tell you that these are made by a company, I believe they're out of New York. They make them in the USA. They also make some they import. They have a contract manufacturer out in, I believe, Korea that makes some as well. Got this from, it's called Valente guitars. I got this from my friend Jim over at Guitar Resurrection in Austin, Texas. And if you are local, go visit Jim, tell him I sent you. He'll take good care of you. But go in there with a large amount of money, because the guitars they have in there are absolutely awesome, and they're not cheap. And you know, if you ask him for a cheap guitar, he'll say, okay, here's one, give me $2,000 and we'll call it even. That's a cheap guitar over there. You want a really nice one, I don't know, 8, 10, 12 grand. The guitars are worth it. They're awesome. I'm going to play something on here. This is that cable I just showed a moment ago with the rubberized, bouncy, really soft covering on it. This one is extremely long. You could walk around the room. You could be playing down in your guitar room and decide you want to go get a bite in the kitchen. You can walk out there with this because it's pretty long. It's not quite that long unless you have a really small house, but it's a long cable. And so what I'm trying to say is apparently the cables come in all different lengths and sizes and configurations. I might go through their website and just look at all the different kinds they have just for fun. So let's see what we can do on this to show you that it's got sound just as good as any other cable out there. You're not buying junk. What the heck is this? This guitar is crazy. It is a combination of the sound of a high-pitched guitar, a 12-string, a mandolin. It's just got all kinds of instruments rolled up in it. Sounds fantastic. Valente guitar is really cool. Absolute wonderful cables. I can't say enough about them. I encourage everybody to go take a look. Save a buck. They have you can get them on Amazon. They have an Amazon connection. You can get it from their website. You can get them wherever you get them, but get them. Thank you very much, guys.